if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Andrea.
I'm Laura.
Yeah, hi, my name's Adele.
Right, my name's Summer.
I'm Annabelle Hazel-Winder.
I'm Alice Rose.
Cross-dresser, transgender.
As a
I
woman,
identify as a
transvestite.
trans woman.
trying to figure out who I am.
What does being trans mean to you?
Being trans to me means being able to express yourself in a way that, when you go off into town, for instance, going to clothes shops and stuff, you are able to choose what you want when you want.
It's a journey that people like us really find quite hard, because inside we're one person and outside we're another.
But what it does mean as a person is a huge amount of difficulty. It is an incredibly difficult thing to deal with because society does not like it. Yeah? Society says you're male or you're female, but gender, sexuality, and even your physical body is statistically, if you plot people's masculinity, femininity, hetero or homosexuality, or female or male gender identity on a graph, and you got everybody to be completely honest, you get a bimodal distribution, which is like two hills. Yeah, so that's the male curve and that's the female curve. You could be physically somewhere at this end or somewhere at this end, and obviously people who are in the middle. In terms of your gender identity, you could identify as male, or you could identify as female, or you could identify somewhere in the middle.
But for me, to be trans is freedom, and to be the person I think I should be, and to the best of my ability, and to enjoy the privilege of being a female.
Towards people, in a nice way, there's a kind of a jealousy of younger people, because younger people have got loads of issues to deal with that society puts on. So it's just different maybe, rather. And I'm not saying it's easier, but I think younger people, on average these days, are more able to just say, well, this is who I am.
You can tell with the older community that they're not quite, they've got family commitments, and it's more of an issue for them for doing it more often. And younger people, it's easier for them, I think, to make it a full-time transition or whatever. But there are actually rules which I have to follow if I want to continue to be married, and I do. So one of them is to only go to places which is far away from where I live. This is the place.
But my brother is very supportive, and although my daughter initially struggled, I'm really, really happy that we've sorted things out, and we have a solid relationship now. For my daughter, time was a healer.
So if you're young and you're trans at the moment, it's a good time, especially it's ever been.
Hi, I'm Avery.
Hi Avery, I'm Lewis.
Hi.
I'm Andrea.
It's a lot about learning within yourself, but also for me personally, I've learned a lot about privilege, about male privilege, but also about like cis privilege, and about like me versus some people who don't have supportive family, who don't live in a Western country, stuff like that. Because I grew up in Indonesia, I've met some trans people who have nowhere to live, who don't have access to any healthcare or anything like that. A lot of the time I find that I know a lot more than the doctors would know. But obviously I'm not a doctor, so it just feels strange that you'd have to tell them like, oh well, how about this, and how about
Yeah.
this thing, and then they're the ones who know the human
Yeah.
body. So I don't know what these things mean,
Yeah.
and they're meant to know that, and I don't know if I should feel safe or not. In that
Is that
situation.
GPs you mean?
Yeah,
Doctors,
like
yeah.
GPs and like, yeah,
Mm.
I guess.
I suppose they're on a learning curve.
Yeah,
aren't
no,
they,
no,
in a
of
way,
course,
I
and like
suppose.
so are we, so is everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah,
Mm.
I'm not really faulting the Matics, is that?
No, just.
It's not their
yeah.
fault, it's just a strange position to be in, I
Mm.
guess.
Mm.
I remember always thinking when I was younger that I feel like clothes didn't fit me properly, like when I was like 12 at school, and I was always like, why does everyone's school uniform fit them? And then mine feels weird.
I remember putting the makeup on and sitting there and seeing all these brushes and things, which is kind of confusing, or was at the time, and the hair and stuff, and not knowing what she was doing to my face really, and then looking in the mirror and thinking, it's me. And the other side of that is at the end of the day, taking it all off, it's like kind of washing myself down the sink, and that. So there's a kind of a really high, really important moment where I almost got to the age of quite old really, and thinking, I just met myself for the first time. And that was a really, really big thing for me.
That's all that matters. And it's about the labels that you give yourself, and it's about the words that you use for yourself. It's not about what other people use.
Yeah, labels are just like a better way to communicate with people.
Yeah. And with yourself as well.
Like synonyms.
Yeah. And I guess it also helps, especially at the beginning, to validate yourself and to
Yeah.
figure out who you are.